Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. This is.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. I was just doing the introduction, and you're giggling.
Yeah, because Mike was checking if I was ready to go. And
Would you like to go back into hair and makeup, and you can come back out in a minute?
Well, you just start. He was like, you and I was like, and then.
No, feel free.
What do you mean, go back into hair and makeup?
You know,
we don't have a hair and makeup. We don't have anything.
We do.
We have a hair and makeup. We both look a lot better than we do now.
We have the toilet and a comb.
Yeah. I don't think we have a comb. We have a toilet.
We have a toilet. But welcome back to another Matt test. This is actually a Craig test. If you've never seen these before, what have you been missing out on? Basically, it's me and an idiot, and he tries to fool me with magic. That's you I'm talking about. That's okay. Got to be careful these days. I don't want to get cancelled for bullying Matt.
Yeah, see? Nation's favourite.
Yeah, everyone's favourite.
Out of the two people in this room.
Everybody's favourite racist. But
I'm not racist. You're the... Right, we're not going into that.
No, don't go down that route. You'll embarrass yourself. But anyway, if you've...
actually pissing Luca off this time.
If you've not seen... Did you notice Mark Spellman commented on one of the Craig tests?
Did he? What did he say?
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
What did he say?
It was just like talking about how he liked it. Think about that, Mark Spellman.
Oh, is that the one Jack was going on about? Where he's apparently it's shameful that I don't know who John Wick is.
Yeah, that's the one.
Right. Yeah,
that is shameful. Honestly, it really is.
I mean, if Mark Spellman is messaging saying, "Matt, John Wick, shameful," you should be ashamed of yourself.
You really should.
I guess that I probably should.
You really should.
I don't listen to you, but if Mark's saying it, I'll go and watch
the world will tell you that. Anyway, who gives a fuck about John Wick? Even though he could drop you like a bad habit. Hey,
if Mark Spellman's like messaging the channel, that means he's watching the video. So can somebody message him back and tell him to contact me?
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because it's Mark Spellman.
You don't need Mark Spellman. You've got me. Who needs Mark Spellman?
Mark, please contact me.
Who do you need? You don't need these people. You have me, right? The grass is always greener. It's all, oh, look on the other side of the hedge. Who's that? Oh, it's Mark Spellman. Oh, he's all posh and he's got a big mask on with an X and oh, he's all famous. You've got me. You don't need Mark. You don't need Mark. You don't need Mark. You've got me.
Do you reckon I've struck a chord here somewhere? It seems to be going slightly pink.
Anyway, you're back to try and fool me with another trick, and this is one, right?
Although apparently this fooled the Oracle.
Who's the Oracle?
Peter Nardi.
I thought that was like a character in Matrix.
I've not seen that either.
You've not seen the Matrix? Do you hate Keanu Reeves?
No, apparently he's a really nice guy, and he's a biker.
Name a Keanu Reeves film that you've seen.
Speed.
Of course. If there was one fucking film you would have seen, it would have been Speed, wouldn't it? Constantine?
Isn't that the frog?
It's another superhero, kind of.
Constantine's a superhero.
Supernatural.
Constantine was the frog from Muppets Most Wanted.
Let's get on with it.
The Russian one.
Honestly, it's getting to the point now where it's embarrassing. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who hasn't seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
That
was at a point before when I was a child and I had time to watch TV. So I watched Bill and Ted's.
You still have time to watch TV.
Which is why I watch Speed.
You may be a king or a little street sweeper. Sooner or later, you dance with the Reaper. See? I love that film.
Of all the quotes that you could pull from that movie, he pulls the one from Death.
Anyway, right, so this trick...
Been going on for already?
Too fucking long. Get the box. So what we have... I don't care. So I have... I went to Alakazam and I said, Pete, Matt really needs your help on multiple levels, but one thing he needs your help with is fooling me. Can you give me a trick that he's not seen before, that I've not seen before, that you think stands a chance of fooling me? And he gave me this.
Bam.
Never seen this. On Target by Sean Taylor. I know Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor's...
Technically.
I watch Sean...
Is it by Sean Taylor? Because it's like...
I watch Sean Taylor. If it's the Sean Taylor I'm thinking of, it's Australian. And I remember seeing him lecture at an IBM convention years and years and years ago and being blown away. I remember him doing this thing in the lecture, right? And it was really clever. See if you can figure this out. He had his sleeves rolled up and he had nothing on his hand. And throughout the lecture, he'd go, anytime you want to, ask me the time. And you just look at his wrist and he'd tell them the exact time. That exact second, he'd tell them the time. It was really good. He had this suit jacket on, and inside his little top pocket, it just had.
Oh, I thought you said there's a clock on the wall in the
No,
back of the
there was
room.
no clocks or anything. It was just it was like this amazing thing where he just knew the time exactly every single time. And when he looked down at his empty wrist, he was just looking down there, and there's a little digital clock that was telling him the time. It's brilliant. So
Simplest methods normally the best.
yeah.
But apparently this fooled Pete.
Okay. Well, Sean Taylor's a great guy. I have no idea what this is. Pete gave it me. I handed it to you. You digged out your old PlayStation 2.
No, I didn't. This comes with a download link.
Oh, really?
It's a link, the online tutorial. No
Nice.
DVD, no having to dig out the PlayStation. You actually gave me a couple, and the reason I picked this one over the other one is because I couldn't be asked to get the PlayStation out the cupboard to watch the other one. So I learnt this one purely because this has got a downloadable link with it.
Okay. Well,
not a DVD.
I see 2 decks of cards,
There's 2 decks of cards.
and
There's a red deck and a blue deck.
And you know what I want more than anything else right now? I want to be entertained. It's probably not going to happen, but
No.
give it your best shot.
Well, give me 5 minutes, and then you can go and find something to entertain yourself.
Sounds good.
But yeah, got a red deck, blue deck.
Mhm.
We need to find the target card.
Okay.
So there's a specific card that we are going to target, and we together are going to find that card.
Okay.
Okay. In order to be able to find the target card, we need to use a target deck.
Okay.
Okay. So which one would you like to use as the target deck?
The blue.
You want to use the blue as the target deck?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so we'll put that one out the way for now. This one is going to be the target deck. So we've got a target deck there.
Okay.
I want you to cut the deck somewhere in the middle of the pack. Perfect. Pick a stack and then hand it to me. Perfect. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to go down this deck of cards.
Okay.
And we are going to, all we're going to do is we're going to put them down like this.
Okay.
And we are going to feel the card. So I just want you to feel for the card. And
You do realise feeling involves physical contact. That's not feeling. That's waving your hand.
Well,
over.
you can feel the energy.
Well, you didn't
from
say that. You
the
said
card.
feel the card, not feel the energy.
Well,
Which
I
one
want
is
you to
it?
feel the energy.
Feel the energy of the card.
Feel the energy from the card, okay? So I want you to just take the hand over the top, feel the energy from... That's your deck. You use that one.
Oh, sorry.
So all we're doing is we're taking the deck, we're going to feel the energy from the deck. We'll do it this one. No, it's fine. I don't want you to think I'm cheating, so we'll do this one. Yeah, we can do it with mine. So all I want you to do is take it like this, feel the energy from the card.
I'm feeling the energy.
Give it a few seconds,
Okay.
have a look at it, make sure that it's definitely the one that you want, and then when you're happy, I want you to stop on that card. Okay, you can do this yourself. So just take the cards, pop it down onto the pile, pop it down to here first.
Oh, I've got to put it down and then feel the...
Feel it, and then when you're ready, I want you to stop on that particular card. So just put your hand over the top, have a feel, see if you can feel
like the
the energy.
of that one.
You don't like the energy of that one. Go to the next one. Try this one. See if we can feel the energy.
Don't like the energy.
You're not getting it? You didn't get that one a lot of time. Try it again.
No, it's bad energy.
You sure?
Bad energy.
Okay, next one. Go to the next one. See if you can get some energy out of it. See if what you can feel. Is it positive? Is it negative? If it's negative,
It's better
go away.
energy. No, it's better energy.
So
Better
we're getting
energy.
closer, maybe.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the thing.
You don't think it's that one? Okay, next one. Go to the next one.
Well, that's good.
That one's good. Do you like
That
that
one's
one?
Yeah, that's nice energy.
Is that good? Are you happy with that one?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, it doesn't really work
No.
if it's up there. So you can put that one down there, and if you don't like that one, put it back.
Okay, good.
Not happy with that one? You want to
Hang
stick?
on. I think I'm getting double energy. Let me just...
When people play along, but
That one.
Jesus Christ.
That one. That's
The
end.
Queen of Diamonds.
Yes,
You're happy with the Queen of Diamonds?
I'm ecstatic.
You're ecstatic with
I'm
the Queen
over
of
the
Diamonds.
moon with the Queen of Diamonds.
Amazing. Okay, cool. So we don't need those anymore.
No.
So you're happy with the Queen of Diamonds.
Yes.
Now this is the card that you have selected
Mhm.
from an entire deck of cards,
Yes.
and you're happy that that was the deck that you
Over
chose.
the moon.
That's the card that you get. That's the target card. You're happy with that.
Yes, I'm happy with the
All right.
target.
So then we take this deck, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to count down in this deck, and all you need to do is count the number that one is. So if it comes out 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth, I need you to clock what number that card comes out at.
Shall we count out loud?
I'm going to count out loud.
Okay.
And then
okay.
when you see that one, just stop me.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah,
Ready?
sure.
I'm going to do it quite quick.
Go for it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That was Queen of Hearts, right?
No, yeah.
You haven't seen it yet?
No,
okay.
no.
21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40.
Do you want to help there?
Have you not seen it yet?
No.
Okay. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51.
Wow.
So there's only 51 cards. But you found that card in that deck.
Yes. Boom.
And that's the missing card from that deck. How weird's that?
That's crazy.
I mean, I wasn't even expecting that myself. That's not what was supposed to happen. But congratulations, you smashed that. Well done.
It was the NG thing.
I mean, yeah, that wasn't even how the trick was supposed to go. But
that's
smashed
good.
It.
I like that trick.
Good, right?
Yeah, it's really good.
I mean, that I don't know what happened.
Really? Did you fall asleep watching the download?
No, couldn't possibly have fallen asleep watching the download because it's only 14 minutes long.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, that's a pathetic download. It's not a proper download unless at least 9 hours.
14 minutes. Well, it's actually about 25 minutes, but Pete goes through it and then he goes through it.
Okay. Well, let's stop the video for a minute while I have a guess.
Okay.
Okay, so I did my guess. How close was I on a rating of 1 to 10? 1 being I was miles off, 10 being I nailed it exactly.
Such a prick, isn't he?
All I'm saying is I'm better at this shit than Penn and Teller. Like, seriously, if it was
quite a bold statement.
Oh, Penn and Teller can suck my dick. That's going to be Sam bit and dropped all over the internet. If
Do you never learn your lesson? What the fuck is wrong with you? You can't say that about them.
You know what's hilarious?
They're beloved the world over. You cannot.
Fuck them. The thing is, there's going to be people watching this at home and they think that this is actually me and that I'm not playing a character and they think that I am a dick that would call Penn and Teller, decrepit and old and unable to spot anything. But I'm not that guy. I'm playing a character. All I'm saying is if it was Craig Pettyfoolus, which it should be, hey, get your people to call my people. If it was Craig Pettyfoolus...
Your people are me and I'm not answering the phone to that call.
If it was Craig Pettyfoolus, that motherfucking trophy would never be given out.
You'd be sitting in the rafters somewhere attached to a rigging covered in dust in a Vegas in LA.
Yeah, because nobody would fool me because I am that damn good.
I mean, annoyingly, he did get it.
Fool Peter Nardi.
I mean, if it fooled Pete, I was expecting that to have a shot.
Oh,
if it fooled Pete.
Pete's getting on in age a bit now as well. What? Getting a bit old.
Don't you start fucking slagging off
the old synapses are firing a little slower than normal.
Nobody says anything bad about Pete.
All I'm saying is 20 years ago, that wouldn't have fooled Pete. There's a hill. I'm looking over the hill.
Can you edit me out of this video? I want nothing to do with this at all.
Oh, look, hang on, there's Pete.
I haven't got a single...
That's why Harry's there.
I haven't got half a bad word to say about Pete Nardi.
Pete Nardi's lovely. This is a good trick. This is a really good trick. It reminds me of a trick that only used one deck called Vanished or Gone, and I think it was by Peter Duffy. And you had somebody think of a card. And depending on the card they thought of, one of two things would happen. The first thing that would happen is you'd have them take the cards out and deal them face up onto the table and look for their card and count them out loud. And 50% of the time, they'd have 51 cards and their card would be gone. And that's the trick. They think of a card and that's the only card not on the deck. The other 50% of the time, the card would be there. And then they'd show the backs of all the other cards and they're normal. On the back of the card that they picked has the word gone on it. It was called Vanished or Gone.
Right.
And that's how I kind of figured out how this would work, because it's a very similar principle to Vanished or Gone by Peter Duffy. The only difference is this is using 2 decks, which means that it's more there's more convincers in there. It's more deceptive. This is a better trick. Not that Vanished or Gone was bad. It wasn't. I did it for a long time. But this is a better trick. I really like this. This is really
cool,
good.
isn't it?
I question whether it's worth carrying 2 decks of cards around. I don't know. You tell me. Is it worth carrying 2 decks of cards around? Because in essence, what we
trick, yeah.
Because in essence, what we have here is we have somebody thinking of a card, but not really thinking of a card. See, this is my problem with a lot of card magic. Like, and again, I love this trick. I would happily do this. I think this is really, really good. If I come up with this and marketed this, I'd be very happy. I think it's a great trick. But is this as good as an invisible deck? When you think about it from a layman's point of view, seriously think about this, because this is an important point that I'm trying to teach you. Think about this for a second. So with an invisible deck, just the basic presentation, you put a deck down on the table, then name a card. It's the only card turned over in the deck. It's very direct. It's very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you could argue that the invisible deck can't be examined, which it can't be, unless you get Forecast by Craig Petty in the 1914, and then there's a trick on there called Really Invisible, where the deck can be examined at the end. Available from all good magic dealers, including Alakazam. # Craig Petty rocks. Anyway, generally as a rule, the invisible deck can't be examined, right? I'm in one of those moves.
Your cartel.
Yeah, the invisible deck can't be examined, right? That's the downside, but it's very direct. Name a card, boom, that's the card, right?
Yes.
With this, there's a little bit more procedure to it. It's like, right, I've got 2 decks of cards. We're going to put one over here. We're going to take this deck. And it's not a case of naming a card. It's a case of feel the energy. You're limiting their choice. And even if you're not limiting their choice, it feels like the choice is being limited. It's not as clean as just saying, name a card.
No, it's not.
And then you're going through here and you're going, well, look, the card's gone. And because the card's gone, it has to be... Do you know what I mean? My question is...
But from a layman's point of view, there's multiple free choices in this. So which deck would you like to be the target deck? You're giving them the choice. You then get them to cut the cards, and they hand one of the decks in one of the stacks into your hand.
Yeah.
So there's multiple free choices that the spectator are making without you touching anything.
Yeah.
Which is convincing.
Yeah, I agree.
And then the counting down bit, that's kind of like it's going one way, and then all of a sudden you get to the end and there's only 51.
I do like the theatre of that. I very much like the theatre of that.
And when you're like, if it was playing it live, you'd play it a bit bigger with them getting to feel the energy.
And I love the fact
that
that you dealt and you told them to look for their card, so they're focused on one thing.
Yeah, looking for their card.
Which makes
that's what they say in the tutorial.
Which makes the method completely bulletproof, because it's classic psychological misdirection.
You're counting and you're looking for your own card.
Yeah.
So there's nothing else to see.
Yeah. It's very good.
And that way, all of the cards are face up in front of you as they're going down.
It's really good.
It's very clever. I actually really like it.
So would you do it?
And it's a half-an-hour tutorial.
Well, 14 minutes apparently.
14 minutes. Well, it's the same tutorial twice, done by 2 different people. So yeah, 14 minutes you can get it done in.
It's not as good as a 9.5-hour tutorial, though, is it? Let's be honest.
Well, it depends on how busy you are.
You still haven't learned all of Cube 52.
No, I haven't, and I'm not going to.
You
I haven't
are.
got that long.
You are. You have to.
I'm going to learn what I need to learn to display it at the Blackpool Magic Convention, which is a couple of routines.
At London Magic Convention, it was probably one of our best-selling tricks, Cube 52.
I believe it was the best-selling trick.
Yeah. Like, I demmed it, and every single time I demmed it, people just immediately was like, oh my God, I want that.
It was just to get you to shut up.
Was it?
I'll buy it. Just shut up.
Actually, I think what were the best-selling tricks? It was Cube 52.
Cube 52,
Monsters.
Chop, and Monsters, probably.
Wow. Cool. Gatekeeper did well as well.
Oh, actually, yeah, Gatekeeper did do well.
Gatekeeper did really well. Anyway, digress.
I was going to say, kind of do with anything.
This isn't about me. You know.
When is it not?
Stop trying to make it all about me.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm so sorry.
You know, I keep telling you I have no ego when it comes to this sort of stuff. So yeah, I like this. I don't think I'm going to do it, just because I've got a lot of tricks that are very similar, and I don't want to carry 2 decks of cards around. I've already got a million gimmick decks, and I tend to only carry when I'm going out to. Well, you know, you've done enough gigs with me now to know I don't take more than 2 gimmick decks with me. So if I'm taking like Cube 52 and one of them is always a regular deck. So one has to be a regular deck, and then maybe I'll alternate. One might be Cube 52, one might be a mem deck, one might be an invisible deck, one might be a cheeky deck, one might be a Stebbins deck. It just depends on how I feel. Quantum deck a lot. It just depends on how that did well as well. Quantum. It just depends on how I feel. And I don't think I could justify using my real estate of my pockets to do one trick. It's really more of a practicality thing than anything else. I would have no problem performing this in any situation. I think that this is going to get insane reactions. I really like it. I really do.
You struggle doing it at the close-up gig, like a big corporate close-up gig, like me and them are going to in a couple of hours. You'd struggle to do it in that kind of scenario.
You would.
But if you get a little bit of time and you've got somewhere to put, if you've got some kind of table or something, then it would work really well. And it's going to fry people. People aren't going to understand that at all.
No, they're not. It's really good. I love it. I'm not going to do it. I think it's really good. I'm not going to do it. But I'd be happy to do it. One thing I would do, just as a side note, is as an extra kicker, you know what I would do? I would have an extra kicker at the end here. Tell me what you think of this. I would present the whole thing. I put the 2 decks of cards down on the table, and I would have somebody think of a celebrity. I'd start off by saying, I've got 2 decks of cards here, but before I do that, I want somebody to think of a celebrity. Now, if I asked you to just think of a celebrity, psychologically, there's probably going to be 2 or 3 that you think of. So I'm going to do it at random. I've got a list of 100 random celebrities on my phone. I want you to give me a number. Perfect. Go into the phone, open up the celebrities, look at that number and remember that celebrity. Can you do that for me? Great. Switch the phone off. We'll get back to that a little bit later on. Now I go into this. And at the end, when I've shown that the card has gone from there, and that's the card that they've dealt to on the table, and you say, look, here's the thing. Not only has that got a red back, and you picked the only card in the deck that wasn't in there, but not only that, at the very beginning, I asked you to name a celebrity. For the first time, say that celebrity out loud. Tom Cruise. I took 1 card from that deck, put it in this deck or whatever the presentation is. And not only that, I wrote on the back of it, Tom Cruise. Because you could do that. Because if you force and it wouldn't have to be a celebrity, it could be anything. It could be whatever you wanted to force. But by using digital force bank to do that, you've got an extra kicker at the end there. You've got that moment where it's kind of like, boom, you've got the main effect that you just presented, but then on the back of the card, you've got written the thing, and it'll come full circle. They will have forgotten about thinking about that celebrity because there's so much going on in here. They will have forgotten about that. And so when you bring it full circle and you say, do you remember, and you reframe it. So you go, do you remember earlier I asked you to think of a celebrity? Now you're not mentioning the phone or list or anything. So remember I asked you to think of a celebrity? You've not said it out loud. You've not told anyone. It's existed in your head only. For the first time, what was the celebrity? Well, the thing you're going to remember about this is that this card that you freely picked using your psychic vibes, not only is that card the only one from the, not only is that card missing from this deck, but it is actually the card from this deck. I put it in this deck earlier on, and I wrote on the back of it, boom. I think that would add.
Yeah. It's cool.
Try that out and let me know what you think. But I think that adding that extra moment at the end, I don't know if it's overkill. I don't think it is. I think that would be a nice kicker at the end to bring everything full circle.
Yeah. No, I like it.
Yeah. Having said that, I'm not going to do it, but I do like it. I really think it's nice. I'm going to give it 79%, which is the highest mark you can give something if you're not going to do it.
You're not going to perform it.
So, how many? I mean, you said you really like it.
I do.
So, what percentage are you going to give it? How many Zeldas? How many Minecrafts? How many Googleplexes?
All right, if I have to go through all that shit, I'm just going to give it 79 and not do it.
You don't want to do that. I mean, there's a rule that my co-reviewer, the reviewer that I review with on a show, he has to give 120% to any Alakazam product, whether it's shit or not.
Yeah, but I'm not that reviewer.
I know.
So...
I know.
No.
He has talent.
He does. You're right.
I'm joking. I couldn't have said that. Even I couldn't pull that off with a straight face.
I'm not denying that he's got talent. I like it. It's going to be difficult to do like this time of year with the kind of gigs that we're doing regularly, big corporate gigs and stuff.
You know how proud I am of you, by the way. Like this time last year, I was pushing you into smoke and mirrors to do your first close-up performance.
Yeah.
Like this time last year, we'd only just started the documentary. probably about this time last year, I had you dancing at Drayton Manor to Chihuahua whilst wearing Santa trousers.
Yeah.
A year on, you're like, so seasoned. You're like, well, it's going to be difficult to do this time of year because obviously the type of gigs that we're getting, this would not be conducive to the type of performance environment that we're going to have. So I think that it's probably going to be something that I would do, maybe a parlour show or a close-up show, but it's definitely not the sort of thing that I would be doing in these Christmas parties because obviously with the banquet situation and this, that, I'm so proud of you. Look at you. It's so cool.
Why have you turned into a butler from the 1920s?
That was just my thing. I am proud of you though, honestly. It's so cool. A year ago, you wouldn't have spoken like that.
No, I wouldn't have. Well, it's true.
If you looked under my shirt, you'd see goosebumps. And so you're making me wet right now.
Oh.
Give it a rating.
Just throw up in my mouth a little bit.
Put that in your spank tank. Get on with it.
Jesus.
Yes, my child.
I like it, but it's limited on
Yeah, it is.
where you could do it.
This would be perfect for Zoom. Just saying.
Yeah, and like house parties and stuff.
House parties, Zoom. Yeah.
Down the pub with the lads.
A formal close-up show. Parlour show.
Yeah. Formal close-up show, parlour show. Kind of go into a house, being booked to do a house party when you've got time and space. You're just not going to be able to do it. Like every gig that I've got for the next 2 months, I'm not going to be able to do it. But yeah, I like it and I like the method, and it's taught me something, which is something that I didn't know before I learnt this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a completely new thing to me. I'd not seen that before. I didn't know that was a thing. So it's taught me something as well.
I love that attitude. A lot of the time when you review tricks and I get you to do tricks to me, you're like, well, I've learned something from this. I've learned to do principle.
Yeah, I've learned a new principle. Yeah, just by doing that, I've learned a new principle, and it took me 15 minutes to do it. So why would you not?
Yeah.
I think, and I do really like it. So I think I'm going to give it 85, just because it's going to be really difficult to actually do live until next year.
Okay, 85%. Good mark.
But
Good
I like
mark.
it.
Good mark.
It's good.
Great.
And the tutorial's great, and obviously it's Alakazam, so everything's filmed really well and eloquently put, and everything's dead easy to understand.
Brilliant. We'll get you to do it on a slightly unusual socials.
Yeah, I could do that slightly unusual socials.
Yeah, that'd be really good. Okay, so 85% from Matt, 79% from me. Don't forget to tune in on Thursday. We're going to be back with another episode of the Matchmentary. If you haven't caught up yet, Matt's going to be learning to swallow a balloon on next week's episode. You wait till you see the Matchmentary. It's amazing. When I was teaching him in the office,
The amount of gifts you're going to get from this.
when I was teaching him in the
That's
office.
why I'm not moving my hands at all. I'm not getting involved in this.
When I was teaching him in the office, I was like, right, okay, so you need to use two hands. You need to put it down your throat, and the tongue action is important. You go, because that's what's going to fold it up. And then at the end, it's important that you don't spit. You swallow, you don't swallow. This Thursday's Matchmentary is going to be the best bloody Matchmentary of all time. So, please join us this Thursday. Join us next Tuesday for another Match
When
Test.
does this go out?
Tuesday, and then Thursday is going to be the Matchmentary. I know we've not filmed it yet, but I'm ahead of this. I've got
So is this going out before
the Matchmentary.
the Matchery Entry episode with the
What? With the balloon
with the
swallow.
balloon?
Yes.
I nearly did the action then. Did you see that?
I nearly-
Nearly.
I nearly did it.
If you'd like to see that action, if you'd like to see Matt learn how to deep throat a balloon,
It looks really difficult.
huh?
It looks really difficult.
Yeah, I know.
I Googled it.
It is.
It looks difficult.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. And it'll give you a new skill. What do you say about learning something?
I know.
It'll give you a new skill when you go on those biker bars. You'll be set.
But what
You
if
can
it,
go in and deep throat a balloon in front of everybody?
What if it gets stuck?
Don't worry, that won't happen.
Or it bursts in your mouth or something, like in your throat.
Put it this way, by the time you've learnt this, if your magic career never works out, you'll be able to make a great living as a drug mule.
You don't have to swallow it, do you?
Yeah. How do you think it's done? It's a balloon swallow. You just swallow it.
I don't know how it's done.
Yeah, swallow.
Don't make that noise. What the fuck?
Anyway, we're getting off topic now.
God.
Join us on Thursday to watch Matt deep throat a balloon. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back next Tuesday with another Craig Matt test, depending on what we're doing. And tomorrow I'll be back with Rylan with a review show. Don't forget to join the NETRIX. We'll see you again soon. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Craig.
Yes, you are.
It's the bit where you go, I'm Matt.
Oh, I'm Matt. So I was just thinking about doesn't matter. Come on.
Okay. He's Matt. I'm Craig. Join us on Thursday where Matt will be deep throating a balloon.